Shalom, 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 family. I want to give call halal to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. We do so in His beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Today, I got something very special, as always. Today's topic will be, there is no such thing as free will. Okay? There is no such thing as free will. Okay, so as we always do, we'll get right in it. I did want to give a few announcements. So we got some feast days coming up. We got Day of Atonement. We got Tabernacles. Most brothers just kept the memorial of blowing of trumpets. So I just want everybody, try to stay in the spirit. Keep your feast days as best as you can. Some brothers and some sisters don't necessarily fellowship with camps. Or they not in an area where they can fellowship with camps. So they keep feast days with their families and their peers and things of that nature to the best of their ability, which is beautiful and lawful. So let's just stay in the spirit, family. Let's remember that it's imperative, to keep these feast days. Let's meditate on them, and let's meditate on the words of the Lord, okay? I just wanted to give that little speech on concerning feast days real quick. And I hope everybody's been doing okay, abounding in the work of the Lord, man. I got several things coming up. If you guys remember, Pastor Tony, I believe his name is, the guy I debated, his ministry is called Acting the Faith Ministries, I believe. The guy I debated concerning salvation and Gentiles and things like that. You can go in my videos and look for that video. We actually have a continuation coming up of that debate, selechya, predicated off of what we talked about last time, but we're going to switch the topic a little bit. So 3 topics he said 3 topics, and we'll deal with them. I said free will, the eschatology concerning Esau, and eschatology just means like the judgments and the prophecy, selechya. So eschatology just would denote judgments and prophecies. So I said we could talk about the judgments and the prophecies concerning Esau, Jacob's brother. Okay, and I said, what's the last thing I said? Does God love everybody? Okay, I'm gonna kind of touch on the free will thing today, and we go save some for the brother, save some fun for the brother, if you will. But we all gonna get edified, and brothers have questions, comments, or concerns, you can always reach out to brothers. What else I was gonna say? So Pastor Tony, very sensible brother. He basically, if you watch the video, he realized, he said, "Hey man, I gotta do some research. I'm gonna study, and we gonna come back and we gonna have a conversation." I said, "Absolutely." That's beautiful. The brother realized he didn't know what was going on, literally, and he said he's go gather some questions, some thought process, and he's gonna come back. Okay, and I said, absolutely, brother, please come back. So we recently was scheduled for last week, but the brother, his job is very high demand. I'm not gonna put his business out there what his job is, but it's very high demand, and he kind of has like a very indefinite schedule, if you will. Yes, that's exactly what it is. He have a kind of indefinite schedule, so he kind of has to pre-plan and plan around things to have a sufficient time to be available to do anything. Okay, but nevertheless, let's go ahead and get into the lesson for today, which is free will is not in the Bible. I believe that's what I'm gonna name it. Free will is not in the Bible. Okay, there is no such thing as free will, something along those lines. I'll name it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get Romans chapter 9. Let's get Romans chapter 9. Okay, let's get Romans chapter 9. This is the book of Romans chapter 9, and let's start at verse 18. This is Romans, we'll start at verse 17. Romans 9 and 17. For the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. If you read the Bible and you're familiar with the history and archaeology of the Bible, in the book of Exodus, the children of Israel were subject to Egyptian captivity. We were subject to 7 captivities in total, including the one we're in now. But this is the first captivity that we went into, the Egyptian captivity. And the Lord is saying, for the scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might shew my power in thee. What is he denoting? Remember, the Lord used Pharaoh to afflict the Israelites severely, if you read the scriptures. Okay, let's read on. And that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. Therefore have he mercy on whom he will have mercy on, and whom he will have, it's like in whom he will harden it. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will? The Lord, Paul is asking a rhetorical question. Who resisted the Lord's will? And they're predicating that statement a few verses up off of the Lord using the Egyptian captivity to afflict, predominantly, specifically Pharaoh, to afflict the Israelites. And then he's saying, who resisted his will? You think the Israelites wanted just to stand there and to get afflicted? Okay? They had no choice. You think they didn't try to come up against the Egyptian soldiers? And they did. That's in the scriptures. You see what I'm saying? But the Lord said, let's read it again. Therefore he have mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom will he hardeneth. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault? For who have resisted his will? That's a rhetorical question by Paul. Who resisted the Lord's will? Absolutely nobody. Okay? And the Lord's will can be something glorious, or it can be something horrible. Okay? You read the book of 2 Samuel chapter 13, Tamar was raped by Amnon. Okay? David's son. He was which is his sister. Amnon raped his sister. You think she wanted to get raped? That was the Lord's will. And the Lord said he do evil. Let's get that in Isaiah real quick. Let's get Isaiah chapter 45, verse 7. And the Lord said he creates evil and good. And there's nobody that can deliver you out of his hand. We're going to get that in Deuteronomy 2. Let's get Isaiah 45 and 7. This is Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 7. And it reads, Isaiah 45 and verse 7. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. The Lord literally just said he creates evil. Is a little boy getting molested and sexually assaulted by a grown-ass man, or a woman or a girl for that fact, is that good or is that evil? That's evil. Well, the Lord just said he creates that evil. Not Satan, him. The Lord created Satan. Okay? Let's get Deuteronomy chapter. Let's get a precept for that. Let's get Deuteronomy chapter 32 and 39. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39. See now that I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out my hand. You got cancer, AIDS, it don't matter what it is. The Lord did that, not the devil. That comes from Christian ideology and Roman Catholicism, thinking that Satan just does everything. No. Okay, you read the book of Job. The Lord the Lord was asking Satan if he tried his best servant, Job, his most righteous servant, one of his most righteous servants. Because you read the book of Job, the scriptures say that Job was perfect and upright. Okay, Satan has to get permission from the Lord, not the other way around. Okay, let's get 1 Samuel 2 and 6, because the Bible harmonizes itself. Let's get 1 Samuel 2 and 6. Let's get Samuel reiterating the same thing. 1 Samuel, let's get 1 Samuel 2 and 6. Selechya. This is 1 Samuel chapter 2 and 6. 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verse 6. And it reads, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and he maketh rich. He bringeth low and he lifteth up. Why is Samuel quoting the law? Because the Israelites knew the law. Okay? The law is a continuous thing. Okay? The Bible harmonizes itself. And I feel like I adequately demonstrate that pretty much every time I come before you guys. Okay? Now let's go back to the matter at hand. Let's read Romans 9 and verse 18 again, okay? Verse 18. For therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will hardeneth. Thou wilt say then unto me, while doth he yet find fault? For who resisted his will? Okay, that's a rhetorical, facetious question. Okay? Nobody resisted his will. Okay? You read the book of 2 Kings chapter 19, verse 34 through 35 on down. Delilah. She fell from a window, got ate by dogs. You think she wanted to fall down and get ate by dogs? No, that was the Lord's will. Okay, and I can go to that scripture. I'm just trying to, I'm trying not to branch off too much, and I want to deal with the matter at hand, okay? But that's 2 Kings chapter 19, verse 35 on down. Started like verse 33, you want to get the full story, okay? Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, okay? Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. And let's start at verse 9. You'll start at verse 9. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and 9. Okay? This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 9. Okay? Let's start at 8. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. This is talking about the son of perdition, Esau, okay? I believe I did lessons on that as well, okay? Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. Now, this is actually talking about Esau, right? But let me show you something real quick. Let's get Obadiah 1. Let's get Obadiah 1. Oh, man, I hope I can find Obadiah in this huge book, man. Selechya. Let's get Obadiah chapter 1. Where you at, Obadiah? Should be right after. Bear with me, family. Oh, I got 1 second. I forgot I got 2. Okay, selechya. 1 second. That's what I thought it was after Amos. Okay, let's get Obadiah 1. Bear with me, family. We almost there. Okay, yep. Obadiah 1 and 4. This is Obadiah chapter 1 and verse 4. Now let's read that again real quick. Selechya. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. So the scripture, now just to address this real quick, because I like giving understanding and context and things of that nature. So the scriptures say, even him whose coming is after Satan with his signs, his wonders, and his works. Let's get Obadiah chapter 1. Okay, and the scriptures also say the coming after the working of Satan with all power and signs and wonders and works. Now watch this. Obadiah 1 and verse 4. Though thou exalt him thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thyself thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. The book of Obadiah is literally only about Esau and the eschatology concerning Esau, how he's going to be destroyed. Okay? The scripture clearly said, though thou exalt thyself as the eagle. Now, this is Esau. The biblical name for the so-called white man's. What emblem do so-called white American Europeans use today? The eagle. That's what's on the flag. On the brass part that branches off as the pole. That's what's on the dollar bill. If you know archaeology and history, Greek symbol was the eagle. The Roman symbol was the eagle. All these European Caucasian symbol was the eagle. And you can actually go into history and look at these things. Okay? And the scriptures denote that. The scriptures denote that. This is one way how we know emphatically that these people are the Edomites that the Bible speaks of. Okay? You can't make this stuff up. Let's read it again. Obadiah 1 and 4. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and thou set thyself thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. So the scripture is saying that the people that come in with the work of Satan has power. And they'll show their power with signs and lying wonders. Who is that? Esau. All the misinformation. I mean, I'm not even on that topic right now, but all the misinformation about the so-called jab, I don't want to say the word, about the economy, oil. Okay, not to get off topic, but these are ways how we know, okay, that this is talking about Esau emphatically. Okay, now let's get a precept for that real quick. Let's get Job chapter 20 real quick. Okay, let's get Job chapter 20. No, actually, let's get Job. What is it? I think it's 39. Yeah, 39. Job 39. Okay, let's get Job 39 and let's get Job 39 and what? 27. Okay. Job 39, 27. This is Job 39 and 27. Doth the eagle mount up thy command and make her nest on high? She dwelleth and abideth in the rock, upon the crag of the rock and the strong face. So this is the nature of Esau, and this is also ironically and essentially the nature of an eagle. They set themselves on high and they just watch, okay, and they just stare salaciously, if you will. Okay, let's get Job chapter 20. Let's get Job chapter 20. Yeah. Okay, let's get Job chapter 20. Real quick, not to get off topic. I just want brothers to be edified. Let's get Job chapter 20. Okay. Let's get Job chapter 20. Okay, and we'll start at verse 6. Job 20 and 6. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Dung is shit. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? The scriptures say, though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds. Now, has Esau, the so-called white people, done excellency? No, they colonized the whole planet, they destroyed the whole planet, and they murder, rape, and rob God's chosen people until this very day. So the scripture is being facetious. The Lord is being facetious. What is the verbatim definition of facetious? It's to cause humor in a serious moment. That's literally what being facetious means. Okay, but then he said, watch this. He shall fly away as verse 7. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. Because when you go into the eschatology of Esau, not to get off the topic, they go serve 1,000 years of slavery and captivity as servants and handmaids in the kingdom for us, and then they're going to be destroyed. That's in the scriptures. Okay, more content coming soon. Okay, don't worry, because I don't think I touched that yet on the channel on a deep level anyway. Okay, but let's go back to the matter at hand. Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, because remember, that was just extra edification, and Lord willing, people taking notes, researching these things, and diligently, and get edified. Okay, let's get 2 Thessalonians 2. Okay, let me show y'all this. Remember, we dealing with free will. There is no free will. Okay, we're proving that scholastically. Let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Okay, and we'll start at verse 9. back at where we started, okay? I'm just not one of those people, brothers, and not saying nobody else is, that's in this walk. But I'm not one of those people that read a scripture and then you can tell when that scripture sound kind of good, like what that mean? And, you know, somebody that keep going past it. No, I like to address that thing. You know what I mean? Okay, but no folly. Let's go ahead and deal with the matter at hand. 2 Thessalonians 10 and 11. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 10, selechya. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Selechya and selechya. Let me start over. 2 Thessalonians 2 and 10. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Talking about you Israelites. And for this cause God shall send them a strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Okay, so the scripture said that God will send his people a strong delusion for not believing the truth. You watch the scriptures, you read the scriptures, you watch the videos, you know the truth is the law. Psalms 119, 142. Okay, so the Lord said he'll send people a strong delusion that they'll believe a lie. Does that sound like free will? So the Lord said he can send you a strong, and that delusion can be anything. You might want to. That delusion can be have you going off into Kemetic text, Egyptian text. You want to learn about the code of Hammurabi now. You know what I'm saying? That delusion can be you going off into another Christian denomination. Which, and fun fact, all Christian denominations, Baptist, Presbyterian, all of those are derived from Roman Catholicism, off of the Roman Catholic doctrine. Okay, that's a fact. Okay, like that delusion can be anything. Like the Lord literally said, he has power to not let you choose or think something you don't want.